Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. So today's webinar we are going to discuss about digital marketing in the COVID era. So basically we are going to discuss about COVID 2019 and its impact in the overall digital marketing space. So basically into the digital space as well. So I am your speaker, Raja, Vice President of Marketing here at .com Infoway. Let's move on to the presentation.
So these are the digital trends that we could look at in the industry actually. So these are the major industries which had a positive trend, positive growth across the platforms. So the on-demand industry, so on-demand delivery industry, for example, uh, there are a lot of businesses, the brick and mortar businesses, the kirana wala stores. They wanted to do home delivery and they wanted to develop their own website and mobile application. So the contactless delivery was one part of what industry saw in the past few months. So everyone wanted to go digital, out of which even smaller businesses want to do e-commerce and they wanted to do deliveries because people were not going out and they wanted things to be delivered to their home. So pretty much each and every businesses wanted to go the on-demand industry. And then comes the entertainment and media industry. Entertainment and media industry had a huge growth in terms of the uh, theaters are not open and people wanted entertainment. They were at home. That the time that they could spend on entertainment was very high. They wanted more content to be watched in their TV sets, their mobile phones, their tablets, and their computers. So the entertainment industry and the media industry saw a bump in the online media. So pretty much the Netflix, the Amazons, the Z5s, and everything. So they wanted to create more content. There was a lot of consumption growth in the existing content, and people were releasing the movies and the OTT platform. So the industry changed a lot in the lockdown period. And then comes the online education industry. This had a huge growth in the past 6 months. Online classes started. Every school has started implementing this online closes every year classes. Every school, every education institute has started moving in. The demand for the online learning applications and platforms have grown like anything. And then comes the online coaching industry. So online education and coaching are little different in the sense like this could be an online yoga instructions and the online painting classes, online dance classes. So these are some things, online singing classes. So these are the industry which had a huge growth because people at the lockdown, they wanted to learn something new, and this online learning actually facilitated this online coaching industry as well. Then, as I mentioned, the e-commerce industry also had a huge growth when the lockdown was relaxed and the e-commerce was enabled again. There was a huge demand for the products which were being delivered by the Amazons, the Flipkarts, the Mintras, and all these companies saw a huge bump in the e-commerce section. So with the on-demand industry, as I mentioned, there was people don't wanted to step out, and they wanted everything delivered to their home. So the even the smaller businesses, the local businesses, they wanted to step into this and make use of this. They wanted to have a lot of things which were delivered to the home. So as you see, these are the some elements which had a huge growth: on-demand food delivery, on-demand grocery apps, on-demand laundry apps, doctor on-demand, pharmacy delivery, video on-demand. So these are the some of the services that had a huge growth. And if you see, this numbers are pretty much during the lockdown period before the ban of TikTok. So Netflix saw an amazing growth of 51%. And audiobooks and music streaming had a growth of 35%. Snapchat had more than 20%. YouTube saw the viewership grew by 14%. Facebook had more than 30% growth. TikTok, before it was banned in India, it had 32% growth. And even its global trend for TikTok is actually growing than ever. and the online podcast industry saw an increase of 12%. So as I mentioned, the online education industry also had really big growth. Schools actually faced a difficult choice. They had to teach remotely, and the teachers had to come online and teach the students. And as everyone of us have experienced, it's really hard to have kids to sit in front of the mobile phones or the computers to make them listen to the teachers and answer to them. So that challenge was there initially, and slowly people have started to get used to it, and they have started to uh, take this positively, and the opportunity for the online industry has also grown a lot in the past few months. So the online coaching industry in this part of like yoga tutors and dance industry, which has seen a huge growth, including the platforms like White Hat, Junior, Coursera, and there are a lot of learning platforms that those have also grown thanks to the platforms like Zoom, Skype, GoToMeeting, Join Me. So Zoom actually had phenomenal growth record in the lockdown period at more than 266% of growth, followed by GoToMeeting and Skype and Join Me. So these are the technology enablers for these industries, including the online coaching industry. So now we could see like how the digital technology can help survive this pandemic. So these are some things which we have put across on seeing how this can help us to survive. So the technology adoption, so basically the remote working tools, which included the Zoom calls, WhatsApp groups, and a lot of project management tools. These are some things which were able to make people working from home. So industries that could work from home, like IT industry or any other industries who can take up the remote work, are helped by the remote working tools, which help them a lot. And cloud enabled applications and payments helped us a lot, like digital India movement actually took a lot of advantage of this, and there are a lot of payment gateways and the payment UPI payments, ATMs, the Mobicwics, and the bank payments, UPI payments have also come across, and this has grown phenomenally during the lockdown period. This opportunity has enabled a lot of as people wanted contactless and social distancing, this online payment has come in handy at this. And then comes the business communication platforms like Zooms, the Google Meets, GeoMeet, and all these platforms has helped a lot in with the business communication as well. When we are looking at the virtual collaboration platforms, like when we are talking about Google Drives and the Dropbox, these were also helpful for sharing the files across. And to an extent, people started sharing files in the media using Telegram and WhatsApp. So business analyzing tools. So when we talk about the opportunities that the technology could open up for people during the pandemic, it's always about doing analysis as well. So we need to see how much of our population on the customers, when we are talking about the online doing business online, how many percentage of our customers are online, how many people can afford pay online. So these are some things which we need to take care of, and once people come to our website and do business with us, we need to be dependent on the analytics platforms, where we will be able to track down how people find us, how they reach us, what kind of behavior that happens within the website. So we could see that in detail in the coming slides. So these, I think Rama should have mentioned these in the previous sessions, but I could give you a brief on this. So these are the essential things the businesses would have. So the digital assets, the Google My Business page, Facebook page, and WhatsApp for Business. So you can convert your number to a WhatsApp for Business number, or you could potentially have a new number which you could use for the WhatsApp communications with your customers. And these are the three essential things which doesn't cost you money, and it's completely free. And you could use these tools to communicate with the customer. So previously, what happened was that businesses were physical. People visited your stores and visited your businesses to give you new sales and revenue. Now, people wanted to communicate with you online with the ease. Like, as you say, people search for businesses in the maps, the businesses near them. So they don't want to go a long distance to buy something or to avail services. So they see something which is nearby. So they use Google Maps, and your Google My Business account can help a lot in the discovery of your business. And then the Facebook page, again, people spend a lot of time, as I mentioned, 30% of growth was there in the Facebook usage. And the Facebook business page is very much essential. And people communicate with others through using WhatsApp. And your WhatsApp for business is also pretty much helpful for the people to start a conversation with you. Instead of calling you, they can start a conversation with you in WhatsApp. And the others which I mentioned, it could be website, mobile application, which is you could distribute it using Google Play Store and iOS. Again, these are not essential, but it is becoming a new normal for businesses to have a website and mobile application. So pretty much it again depends on the kind of businesses we are in to develop a mobile app or not, and to develop a website or not. But these essential things which you need to cover up for all the businesses. So other than these, depending upon the type of business, the business could have an YouTube channel. The business could have a presence in Twitter and Instagram, and the businesses can also have their own presence in whatever social media, whichever social media the customers are in. If we are going for a more professional services, then we are looking at B2B businesses, then we are looking at social media platforms like LinkedIn. So when we talk about the websites, now this is about the websites, the trends during the COVID-19 situation. So these are the kind of category and websites which had a huge increase in the traffic, which included the finance, food and healthcare, and the media. So all the other categories, including advertising, agriculture, construction, e-commerce, education. So these are all had a huge decline during COVID situation, and these numbers have started recovering. So this impact was pretty much during the COVID situation, and we are now going to look at how this can be improved and what are the channels which we could use to improve this particular situation which happened during the COVID situation. Now, making use of SEO. So SEO is pretty much search engine optimization. So now when we are talking about people looking for information, so people looking for information go to simply type in Google to search for the businesses that they want. And that's where SEO comes into play. Your business should be ranked for your related keywords. For example, if you are running an hardware supplier network for your business or for your customers within your specific area, then your business has to rank for the related keywords, like hardware delivery people in Noida region. So this could actually help us to help people to find you, like your digital assets, your website will be ranked in Google search results. So SEO is a very essential part, and the advantages of doing SEO for your website is that it brings you free traffic to your website. It brings free inquiries to your business. You don't need to invest money on it. As I mentioned, the essentials of digital presence, one of them is the Google My Business page. So the Google My Business page brings you free traffic to your website or your Google My Business profile. So this actually helps you to get in more leads and inquiries for your business. If you don't have a website, Google My Business page can bring you inquiries. Your Facebook page can bring you inquiries. Your WhatsApp business can bring you inquiries. So when you have your website, then that brings in a lot of advantage for you to get more traffic and businesses. People can interact with you in your website. They can buy products from website. They can inquire about your services through your website. So at this moment, what is important is that maybe I think Rama has also discussed about creating content in the previous session. So writing high quality content is very much important. Now the form of content that people consume has been different. Like content is always there. Content is always the king in SEO. The format in which the people have started consuming content has evolved. So previously it used to be text, and then came the images, and then now came the videos. So videos, it used to be videos one-way communication, like people publish a video in the YouTube channel and people comment on it. Now live has taken an important part in it. People going live, people discussing about the industry problems and issues, and then people talk about the businesses online. So going live and then using Facebook Live and YouTube Live has become one of the trend. That is an interactive video. So right now we are in the interactive content thing. So and also there is an option to look at the local listing audit. So as I mentioned, these are one of the local listing is Google Maps, and you have yellow pages, online yellow pages are there. Suleka.com is there, and you have India Mart over there. So you need to conduct the online audit on which are the local listings which are available, and then you need to do an quick listing. So you need to have all the information ready about your business. What are the opening hours? What things you sell? What kind of services that you offer? And the photographs and images of your business. So all these can be uploaded in these websites. And there are also all sorts of review aggregators which provides online reviews for businesses. So you can also get listed there. Classified ads are there. So this improves your online visibility. And as I mentioned, your Google My Business listing is more important. Not only creating an listing there is going to help you. There is an option to post status updates, post offers, post any information about your business as status. So this can be taken care, and you can add some images as updates. If you are running some offers, you can mention it there. If you have changed the timing of your business, you can update it there. So it's just like adding any other tools. You can do tweets and things like that. So you can make use of that feature as well. And creating some buzz and creating some story is also going to help a lot. For example, how you survived this COVID. And if you get featured in your local media article, that could help you in getting a backlink. So getting featured in a local media actually gets a small bit of effort. So reaching out to the journalist in your local area and see who is responsible for the online editions of it would actually help you to pitch in for your story. So for example, since we are talking about this COVID related information, now we could look into the how your business was able to survive in this COVID situation, and how you were able to grow your business in this particular period. Is some story that the journalist might like to publish as a part of their coverage. And if you are doing some innovative businesses which was only enabled by the COVID, and you are able to like grow from there, that is a part of story which you could pitch to the local media people. And so performing, if you have updated the website content already, now you need to see which content is performing well for you. So for example, the blog post which you have posted, which is having more engagement, to which blog post people are commenting more. And if you don't have a blog and you are updating your updates only in social media, Facebook, and YouTube, you need to see which post is getting more likes, which post is getting more comments, which has more interaction between people, which tweet is getting more retweets. So these are the things which you need to audit and kind of web performing content and create similar content. So creating content is always about thought leadership about your business. So you need to talk about the problems that your business is solving. So what problems your customers are facing and what problem your business is solving out of the customer needs. So that's how you create the content. I'll give you an example on how we tackle this. As an .com Infoway is an IT outsourcing company. So what we do is that we understand the problems of our customers, people who are looking for IT services, people who are looking for digital marketing services. Now these are the areas where we most of our customers are corporates, and like around 30 to 40% of our business comes from small businesses and startups. So now what we do is that we think about the problems that those startups can face during this pandemic situation. So now we put together a content piece which is an infographics, which is a video which gives tips to the small businesses to deal with this pandemic situation, how they can recover, what kind of sources are there for them to do short financing. For example, we created a blog post about the Google grants and the Facebook grants, which the programs which are introduced by Google and Facebook for small businesses impacted by coronavirus, and they can apply for grants. So grants are provided with two different folds. One is about cash, and one is about the ad credits that they are giving up to the customers. So we published information about that in our blog, and we published information about that in the social media. Now these are the information your customer needs. So the problem is there, they have cash crunch, and these kind of information could help them to apply for this grants and then taking it further. And some marketing tips which we provide them to do during this pandemic situation could help. So understand your audience. So pretty much the summary is that to understand your audience and then provide related content to them. And most important thing is that most of the companies have started cutting down budgets for digital marketing. I would say that's not a good idea to do, but what we could do is that we could retain the budget during that time. So you don't stop any digital marketing activities during this pandemic situation. You keep doing activities, you keep building links for your website, so that impacts your SEO overall. So that's something which we could do. So as I mentioned, Google My Business allows you to appear in maps and local pack listings. And Google My Business also allows people to leave reviews for your business. And it also provides you with a lot of insights that how people are finding you, what kind of keywords that they are searching and coming to you, how many calls that you are getting. For example, you added your phone number in your Google My Business listing, people click on it and then they call your business. So we need to Google provides you with information and insights on that, on how many people found you in search, and how many calls that you get, how many people visited your website from your Google My Business listing. So this helps you in optimizing your profile and then sending in more updates with regard to that for your customers. So this part is very tricky. People are hesitant to use CRMs. When we talk about CRMs, we will think about a lot of complex CRMs with a lot of workflow and things like that. It's not that. It's pretty much very simple. You can even use a simple Excel sheet to maintain your customer data. So that's very essential to find out the knowledge about your customers. You don't have to go with an full-fledged CRM with workflow and all that's for big businesses which need a complete CRM solutions. Now, why the CRM is essential is that to have knowledge about your customer. It could be even a simple Excel sheet or a Google sheet that you maintain with a list of customers who have inquired about your services and your customers, so who the business have converted. This helps you to know about your customers. So know about your customers. KYC is all the banks do. is to record the information about their customers, the products that they are interested in, what kind of services that they are interested in, which part of the world they are from, and kind of like what services that we can offer to them, what services that we can additionally offer to them. So when you maintain this information, even in a smallest of Google sheet, that helps you a lot in the future stages. So this helps you to segment your customers. So based on the products that they are interested in, services that they are interested in. And this helps you again in providing you with the related and timely offers. And it also helps you to find out which channel you can communicate with them. For example, you get enquiries from different channels for your business. It could be an oral channel where you word of mouth, you people get to know about your business, they come to you, they ask about the services that you offer. People search about your business in Google and find out you through your Google My Business. People find you through Google search and come to your website, and they submit an inquiry or they buy your products online. People find you through social media, finding you through Facebook, finding you through Twitter, finding you through LinkedIn or whatever social media is there. And people find you through referrals. So some of the websites who have published about your business, and people visit from there. So referrals, and people find you through other forums in the sense it could be an event that you visited, and people gave you a visiting card, and you use that business card to add the people information, and then you follow up. There are different ways people reach you. So you need to reach them back in the relevant segment, the relevant channel. It could be through Facebook, it could be through LinkedIn, it could be through WhatsApp, it could be through phone calls, it could be through emails. So you identify and use the right channel only when you know where they came from, how they reached you in the first place, and then you reach them back in the second place. And then what you need to do is analyzing data, who is active, what kind of probability this business is going to come to me, what kind of way we could reach them again, when we are to set a reminder to reach them again. Setting reminder is very, very simple. You can do reminders in your Gmail itself, like reach this customer this way. You can use the calendars which are available, which is pretty much you have in all your smartphones are filled with the calendars. You could use Google Calendar, Apple Calendar is there. So you could just set it up to send a reminder to this customer. So when you go for a full-fledged CRM, the advantage is that it is set up all in one platform. So when you log into your platform, you do see some reports, you do see who you have to follow up today, who you have to follow up this week, who you have to follow up this month. So all this information are there in the CRM. But it's when we are talking about a start could be a simple Excel sheet. So then comes the social media. With regard to social media, we need to target the right channels. So where your business audience come from. So it could be either from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram. I'll give you an example. So small businesses which deal with B2C customers, so retail sales. So these customers would focus more into Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters, and little bit of YouTubing. But B2B businesses, they could focus pretty much on LinkedIn and YouTube. YouTube for thought leadership, and you could publish videos that could help your customers, and predominantly into the Twitter as well. So basically, this is how the brands actually establish themselves in these channels, and we could communicate with our customers in those channels. So that's about targeting the right channels. So for example, all the channels can be suitable for specific businesses. Only a specific channels would be useful for certain businesses. So small businesses can try one or two channels where most of their customers are, not need to focus on multiple channels because of the resource scarcity. If you are focusing on all the channels, then you are going to you're going to comment, you're going to think about content strategy for that particular platform. But you need to be very sure that if you have all the resources available to work out on all these channels, If not, focus on 1 or 2 channels, majorly where your customers are coming from. And then comes the influencers. Influencers are playing a quite bit of a part there in creating a brand influence. Influencers, for example, you could reach out to people who are having more number of followers in their social media and ask them to talk about your brand, ask them to post about your brand, ask them to give a review about your product in their channel, give a review about your product in their Facebook live. So these are some things. People are also promoting the products in Instagrams. There are a lot of Instagram celebrities, semi-celebrities, micro-influencers who are having very less than 10,000 followers, nano-influencers who are having 2,000, 3,000 followers are there. People who are having like 200, 300 followers who are very much related to your industry are also part of nano-influencers. So small number of following doesn't mean that they could be helpful. They have a very focused community of audience who are following them. So we could do that. So influential marketing campaigns are also very much important during this lockdown because people stay in indoors, and when this could also help you in getting more number of followers for your social media, and also people who could refer to your business. Your online reputation would be also be improved using this influencers. Building a community is also an example, also always um, very much of a help. For example, you could create a Facebook group or a LinkedIn group. If you are running a finance based business, and this could always be helpful when you are creating an wealth ideas related Facebook group, which has a lot of contributors. People are talking about that. You can plug in advertisement about your business. So this could be done in a different communities as well, but that actually could get you banned in that particular community based on the guidelines. When you build that community, that kind of helps you to get more control over the community. So it's a time taking process. It would take you 3 months to build. It would take you 1 year to build, but it certainly pays off the effort that you spend. And one more thing is that you need to read the moves and trends, the current trends in the industry, and how people are communicating, what sorts of discussions are happening across your target customers. So these has to be taken in mind before creating any social media post or content. Then analyzing data is more important. As I mentioned, we don't have all the resources to be used across all the platforms. So you analyze the data, you start a Facebook campaign and see if your customers are engaging with you there or in Twitter, and focus all your efforts over the other channel where you are getting more response from your customers. So mobile marketing, again, you could use SMS marketing, you could use WhatsApp marketing, you could use in-app advertisements to advertise your business. And again, the most important thing which I would say again here is that using the right channel and analyzing the information and fine-tuning your campaign itself. With regard to SMS, you can do bulk marketing to your existing customer base by providing them with offers and getting footfalls to your business. And WhatsApp, there are a lot of tools which helps in bulk WhatsApp campaigns. And when you have a bulk list of WhatsApp numbers from your customers, you can use these tools to send the latest happenings about your business. You can share the content that you have created in your social media. You can share the offers, discounts which you are currently providing. You can provide information about the new solutions or new products that you are offering to your customers. So these are all could be done with mobile marketing, because mobile has become like, people wake up in the morning, they wake up to the mobile phone nowadays. So it's very important to use this channel as well. And also important is that you need to look into the right timing when you are sending the SMS, when you are sending the WhatsApp messages, when you are doing the in-app advertisements. For example, if you are doing advertisements, it's always good to do between the evenings, and if you are doing promoting content, it's almost advisable to do it between 11 to 1. So there are timings. Again, this timings are on what kind of businesses that we are looking at. And one more areas which we could consider paid ads. PPC is pay-per-click advertisements. You could do paid advertisements across all the channels. Paid advertisements, Google search. Paid advertisements can be done in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Paid advertisement can also be done in Twitter, Snapchat, and there was an option to do paid advertisements in TikTok as well. So pretty much all the channels offer paid advertisement. One thing which was good in COVID situation for paid advertisement is that people were able to do at a lesser cost comparing to the normal times, because there was bigger brands who were cutting down their advertisement budget. So this competition for the space was very less. The bid was less, and people were able to do good return on investments post COVID situation. So until people are finding out innovative ways to coming back and spending a less amount of money and getting more ROI here. And companies who wanted to really place a system, you have less manpowers, and you need to put across a system where everything is automated. Most of the things are automated, including lead qualification. Then you get alerts. Then you do your magic to convert the sale. So that's more important at this technology world. And you spend time on marketing automation, and I would guarantee that you feel the return of investment, and you using less time in qualifying your leads is going to be like life changing thing. So for example, this is a flow. It's pretty much an automation flow which happens like a web activity. When people come to your website, you use cookies to track them, and then they come to your website form or pages, and you convert to them in form of sales or inquiries, and then you add them to contact and accounts. So you manage your leads there, and then you do email confirmations and updates. You nurture them, you keep them engaged by providing information about your services, discounts. You provide related offers to your customers. So for example, people searching for mobile phones should get information about deals and discounts in mobile phones. Then scoring is most important part. So how valuable this lead is. So let's take 100 as a converted sale, and you need to score them in a way that how they interact with your website. So if they visited 10 pages, you can give them 10 points. They opened your email, you can give them another 5 points. If they have responded to your email, you can give them another 10 points. When you have supplied a proposal to them, you can add another 10 points. When you are in discussion, price negotiation, you can add them another 10. When they are like you have sent an invoice, you can add another 10 points. So when you add them all up, it comes to 100 when they comes to sales. So scoring helps you to prioritize the leads that you are focusing, that you need to focus on. So people are more likely to pay, people are more likely to buy from your business, people are more likely to convert as a sale, has more score. So you need to focus on those top creamy layer and spend more time on them. So and when this you can again keep nurturing those leads and keep make them engaged, and you can put in more efforts to discuss with them, and you focus on the people who are with more score, so that you kind of get engaged and get more businesses. And CRM integration, as I mentioned, it's very essential for marketing automation. And you send alerts to your customers and your sales force, and then reporting is also should be automated, so that you, with a click of a button, you need to have a marketing dashboard where it shows what requires your attention the most. So people have very less time to spend, business people have very less time to spend on marketing. When you have a dashboard there, you can just with the click of a button or visiting a link can provide you with more information on what you need to do today, which leads you need to focus on, what leads do you focus, do you need to follow up, which your business team are on, where is your business people are doing. These kind of reports are very essential for from the business dashboard. And as earlier, the deeper analysis of the businesses are also very much essential. Analysis in the sense, visualize your user behavior. So how they come into your website, which page that they visit, where they come from, which section that is abandon your website, or where they kind of go away from your website. So this is very essential part which you need to look at. And then you need to analyze the crucial user insights. So user insights is a sense your website is there, people are coming to your website using mobile phones. Like you found out that from your Google Analytics, 80% of our users are using mobile phones and 5% of our users are coming from tablets. Rest of the 15 coming from desktop. So now your website is optimized, completely optimized for desktop, and it looks perfectly fine. And when people are visiting your website from mobile phones, see a broken website, everything is not working properly, then there is no use of bringing traffic to your website when most of your customers are using mobile phones. So this kind of user insights should be pretty much analyzed. And if your website is not optimized for mobile phone viewing, you need to fix that first before bringing in more traffic. That has to be fixed, else there is no use of bringing in more traffic and more traffic. And again, one other insight is that you are bringing in a lot of traffic. People are coming to your website. People are looking in the product page and they are not buying. So that is something which is has a huge impact. You are bringing in a lot of traffic, but it is not converting. It is going to have a lot of impact. You need to analyze the user session by looking into which page they come from, where they spend more time from. Is there a way we could convert them using marketing automation, like sending in the chatbots, or having customer support executives over there and asking them questions if they need any assistance, and adding certain sections like reviews and more information about the product or service in the landing page itself. So these are some things which we can use. So listen to the user section can be enabled by using different tools. So Hotjar is one tool which records, actually video records the session on how people interact with your website. So that's something which can be used for the sessions. And Google Analytics is a free tool, again, free tool which provides you with information on how many people visited your websites, where they went, and which countries that they come from, which cities that they come from, which device they're using, how many pages that they visited, how much time that they spent in your website. So that's how you listen to your users sessions. And this session can actually give you a lot of visualization data, which improving what your website has been performing. And then most important thing is that enlisting test users. So you can have A/B testing by using test users. So test case A, test case B. You can change the text in your landing page. You can change the images in your landing page and run an experiments and see which experiment passed well. Either experiment A or experiment B. For example, you can add a video in your landing page and see if that impacts the conversion ratio of your customers. So that's something which you could do experiments and then conduct a test, find out the results and see which performs well. So even if adding a video increases your sales by 10%, then that is going to help you by making the video live across all the service pages, all the product pages. These are the kind of insights that you get from doing analysis part. And scalable pricing plans. I guess most of you would have seen this when you are exiting certain websites. They provide you with some coupons, they provide you with some discounts, they provide you with some offers when you are going to click close button from the website and going away from the particular page from their mobile application. So they provide you with some coupons, some discounts, so that you guys think about it, rethink about it, and go ahead and buy that product or inquire about their services. So the pricing plan should be scalable based on the audiences that you guys are dealing with. So I think we have come to an end of this session. So pretty much we have covered most part of it. So it's about like enabling technology to your business at the present is most important thing. Enabling technology and embracing the digital world is most important in the post-COVID situation. If you want to shop like food, grocery, farmery, laundry, you can, without a doubt, enable online on-demand delivery, online app or website, which could enable you with the on-demand delivery. See, even it's not essential for everyone to develop a mobile application. You can use the available tools. Example, Google My Business enables you to create a website for free, actually. So that is something which you can make use of. In WhatsApp, you can create a catalog of your products and services. WhatsApp for business, not in a regular WhatsApp, but WhatsApp for business allows you to create catalogs of your products and services with images pricing. So you can send it to them, and you can always get paid by UPI itself. So pretty much this kind of tools can also enable your on-demand delivery. It's not essential to have a mobile application. Mobile application always with your brand can provide you with more options, more growth. But to start with, you can use the tools which are available for free. And when you own an education institutes like schools or colleges, and you start providing online trainings, courses, video on demand delivery. So these kind of things which you could do, considering you are a knowledge based business, you are providing consultations, you are providing online learning, and so in general you are providing, for example, doctors can provide online consultation, lawyers can provide online consultation, and chartered accountants can provide online consultation. They can book for the hours that they want to engage with you. So all these kind of technology can help you to grow your business in the lockdown situation. And the post-COVID can also help you. The technology can help you to grow your business. So now we have found out new avenues where we can do business, which was not there earlier. So this can be used optimally for growing your business.